Hey, so I wanted to quickly go over this macro document that I sent over a few weeks ago. So, this will tremendously help with visually seeing some of the important things that are going to be staples in the nutrition factor. So, this was about 15 pages, mostly because it's just, everything on there is kind of bigger to see, but there's not really a ton of information on each page. It might seem overwhelming, but it's really not. So let me go through all the pages. Not all of them, but most of them. So this one is just breaking down what macros are: carbs, fats, proteins. Per gram, carbs are 4 calories per gram, 4 calories per gram for protein, and 9 for fats. That's why fats are more calorie dense in smaller portions. Everything you eat at the end of the day is going to total to carb, fat, protein grams. So that's why your specific body needs to be in a specific calorie bracket and with the carb, fat, and protein ratios that we're aiming at are specific numbers for what you need. So the next page, this is going to be a good way for you to really get a feel for your carbs, fats, and proteins, and doing it in a slightly different way with your portion sizes. So it'll say right here what one serving is of each of the foods: fruits, vegetables, proteins, starches. And in a nutshell, that's carbs, fats, and proteins. Your fruits are carbs, your starches are carbs, your nuts are fats, your starches are carbs. I think I said that. And then your vegetables will go towards some carb count, and your protein is protein. So, and don't forget that you do get protein from some of your fats, and you do get some fats from some of your protein and carbs. So that's why at the end of the day, you're going to have a total of what everything is from all of your foods. Okay, so then I'm showing the food lists of macros. Feel free to 100% use these food lists. And this is actually in your Beachbody On Demand library as well. These are macros. These are foods. These are what everybody eats. There's no alternative foods out there except for carbs, fats, and proteins. And this is your proteins lists of dense proteins. These are carbs to choose from that are going to be nutrient dense. And then your fruits, which are your carbs, your veggies, which go towards carb count at the end of the day. Your dense, healthy fats right there. And then your teaspoons are also your fats as well. This also goes over some unlimited foods and free foods, unlimited things you can endlessly eat. And okay, I focused in on proteins to go over on this module because proteins are the number one thing that people don't get enough of, and that they need to learn how to get more of, and without setting their fats over. So choosing some mostly leaner protein options throughout the week is going to ensure that you don't use a ton of your fats up in your proteins. So I broke down a list of top proteins and the exact serving size and how many grams is in that serving size. So pick your favorites. You should have your go-to protein list of your favorites, and you should have that set aside in an album in your phone, or somewhere that you can keep it in reference to refer back to and have on hand your protein list. And this is a tracker if you want to use it. It does help. So you're going to be in the middle bracket of 1,500 to 1,600 calories. You technically should actually be getting more. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just how it is. It's what your body needs for your weight and for your goals and with the amount of exercise that you're doing. But I'm going to put you at around 1,550 to 1,600 calories so that you do have a little bit of room to go over and you're still fine. And if you're getting under 1,500 calories, that is going to be a huge factor as to why you're not seeing the most results that you deserve. Okay, so to break it down, you're going to get 4 veggie servings, 2 purple servings, which are fruits, 7 reds, which are proteins, 4 yellows, which are your starchy yellow carbs, 2 blues, which are dense fats, and 3 teaspoons, which are also fats. And that is on the previous pages showing exactly what the colors are. So you're going to get that amount of servings in each day to hit your calorie bracket and very close to your macros. So I think breaking it down like this might be a lot easier for you to practice. And I know I've done this in the past, and it made me see it all differently and way easier. And it allowed me to see how to get more protein and to how to not go over my fats and carbs, and how to get nutrient dense options instead of wasting my fats and carbs on empty carbs. So the more nutrient dense foods you get in the day, the more you're going to see results, the more your body's going to feel replenished and sculpting and building and fueled. But yes, we do have a little bit of room to fit in some of the emptier foods, but just a little bit. Okay, so this is where I want you to focus in. This is an exact, not this one, sorry, this one. This is an exact example of your day of working out with your foods. So you don't work out every day, but this is an example of one of the days that you'll work out and what to eat before and after. So say your workout is around 6:30, 6:20, whatever. So right here, you'll see your calories and the servings that you should aim at. And what you're going to do is you're going to have your 6 a.m. pre-workout meal. Call it a meal because it's food. It's not a big meal, but it's a meal. So say you had your half a glass of orange juice, or you had a purple container of fruit, of some grapes, or I don't know, say you wanted some pretzels. Whatever you used as a simple carb to fuel you. And you're going to do that right before you work out. You could have it 5 minutes before you work out. You could have it 30 minutes before you work out, but just don't go over 30 minutes. You want to have it within 30 minutes of your workout. So then you're going to work out, and then immediately after, try to consume a dense protein source, 1 serving right after. So within 5, 10, 20 minutes. Try not to go over 30 minutes. Try to consume that protein, post-protein right after. And then shortly after, you're going to be hungry for your actual meal. So from 8 to 9 a.m., somewhere within that time frame, have your veggie serving if you can. I know it's hard to get veggies, especially early in the morning. I kind of omit that. Focus on having the rest of the meal have a protein, carb, and a fat serving. So say you had a yogurt and say you had 2 eggs on a slice of toast with 1 teaspoon of butter. That's your post-workout meal. That's your carb, fat, and your protein. So then the last 3 meals, you can have them at different times, but try to spread them out 2 to 3 hours in between. Whenever you get hungry for your next meal, you're going to have your purple and your red and your teaspoon. And then you're going to have those last 3 meals for the rest of your day. And that's going to give you all of those servings that you need. So this is exactly what I want you to focus on in your days. So with the days that you don't work out, you're still going to be consuming the same amount of calories in the same macros and serving sizes, except you can disperse them a little differently, and not be so strict on what you need to do with the pre and post workout meal. You can kind of line them up differently throughout the day on your rest days. And I'll show an example of that, but later on. So focus on that. And I'm going to send you this page, but I wanted to go over it in a voiceover video. So let me know if that helps. I'll be sending you this page right now.